Attention shoppers, we've got to clean up on ILH.
What the other wolves think?
A true crime cleanup on ILH.
Diabolical.
Starting now.
No, he's telling you that she's bats.
Howdy, Holtheads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host,
Kateline.
and we are here to discuss Worst Ex Ever. Netflix just dropped season 2. We are talking about an episode called A Fatal Attraction. I mean, stay tuned. Is that going to make the list?
No.
Who knows? There might be one letter too many in there.
Oh, sure.
All right, I've got a description here. Also, I feel like this is my mistake because I did all my prepping yesterday. It's like there's 24 hours in between the prep and now, and I'm like, so I apologize.
Do you not usually wait that long?
No, I usually will watch it at double speed or do notes 3 hours before we record or something like that. It is fresh as hell, but I'm like in Widow Bay territory right now, and I'm like, okay, Joyce. Okay.
You had your qualms!
All right, I got a description here. It's pretty good. But before I read that, no. Now, I'm dying to hear what you thought of this bad boy. But before I ask you, my God, is this going to be the longest record we've ever had? Okay, Kurt, focus up. This aired May 6th of 2026. I don't think this is the newest thing we've ever covered. I feel like one of those Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street ones we did like a week later, perhaps. But still, this is pretty new. I mean, this is like 3 weeks old.
Well, let's not forget, we used to do Datelines, like, immediately.
Oh my God, you're right. What the hell am I talking about? I've completely forgotten.
It's because we forgot about Dateline.
I really have. I haven't watched it in a while. I check in for a new ep, and if there's a legitimately new episode that isn't just a rehash or a repeat from another season, I will peep it. I still feel like there's not as many as there used to be.
Well, right now, like, one of the latest episodes is Bethany Vanished.
Oh my God, yeah. One of our least favorite Datelines.
From
Season 1.
that was like our 8th episode we did.
It was super in the beginning. That's a good call. I think about Bethany Vanished a lot because that was the dude who used the Christmas tree bag to throw out the body. And part of his deal was he had to tell the truth of what happened. And he didn't tell the truth.
He didn't.
And I think about it once a week.
But he still got that deal.
So annoyed. Here is the description of A Fatal Attraction. When Katie's girlfriend Joyce reveals violent control issues, her story about a missing ex leaves Katie wondering what is true and who might be next. Kind of rhymey with ex and next, but
Kind of.
I like how it's not giving you too many details. All right, so Kateline, what did you think of this app?
I liked this app. It's Atlanta, so already I'm in. But
Of course, that's really funny you lead that way because there's another state that plays a big old part.
there is. But I think most of it, all of the murder happens in Georgia. This was really scary, though. This is just another example of why online dating is a crapshoot.
Yeah, I hear you there. I mean, you say online dating, I say any dating of people you don't know.
That's
Like
true.
we were talking about the other day. It's kind of like, this is so, not that it like just confirms my thing of like, nah.
Yep.
Nah.
We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Holt Heads, Kurt and I used to run in the same social circle. And in our early 20s. And it was so much easier then because a new person would come into the group and there were multiple people who could vouch for them. Or they were like a childhood friend or a college buddy of so-and-so. And
Yeah.
it was way safer to meet people. And now everybody's spread out. Everybody's kind of just faced with either using the apps or being alone forever. So what do you do?
Yeah. B, the latter. Alone forever. I'm in. I'm friggin' in.
Yes!
Our story begins in 2016, Largo, Florida. Katie. We talked to Katie. She's sitting on her couch. Netflix brings their own style to these shows, for better or for worse. But we're not getting a last name on Katie, I don't believe, right?
I think they said it, but they don't post it as a lower third or as a title.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say, hey, not a lower third, because they go to black, baby.
They go to
They're
black.
Like, Katie, douche, Largo, Florida, boom. So she is talking about how she liked a photo of a woman on a Facebook singles group.
She had a nice smile, and I liked her picture. Suddenly, I got a private message.
And she reaches out to Katie immediately. And already, I'm going, forget that this is an episode of a TV show called Worst Ex Ever. Don't you think you'd be a little bit concerned if you liked a photo of someone and that person like instantly reached out to you like, hey, like, let's party? Or is that how people do it? And I don't know.
No, I wouldn't be concerned. I mean, look, I'm a married woman, so I don't really know the ins and outs and what the protocol and etiquette is these days. But like thinking back to the Facebook days, I feel like that was kind of normal.
Really? Yeah, I guess I've never really just participated in the, ooh, I'm interested in this lady, I'm going to like her photo, see what happens.
But also,
I've never...
keep in mind, lesbians are different.
True.
They fall fast and hard. So it's like, this person likes me, I'm in.
We kind of bonded over the similarities in our professions. I was a home health care aide at the time, and I found out that she was a registered nurse.
They talk on the phone for a while, and then Joyce is like, you know what, come to Atlanta and see me. I'm married to this lady named Rosalyn, but you don't have to worry about that. We're separated. She's out of my life. It didn't work out. It's no big deal. And so Katie makes the trip to Atlanta, and they both stay at the Omni Hotel. I was dying. I tried to Google it to see if it was the hotel with the top floor
No,
restaurant from our
it's not.
Dateline. It's not. It's not, man. Do you remember the name of that one? I don't. Was it a Sheridan or something?
I thought it was the Marriott.
That sounds right. And I would trust you because you're our Atlanta source.
I mean, I've been in that spinning bar, but I don't remember which hotel chain it was.
Okay, so my next question for you, is it a red flag she wants to stay in a hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if she was really separated from her wife, then you could go to her house. And she claimed she had family in town, so they couldn't go to the house. But it's like, then that's not when you invite her up.
Exactly.
You wait till family leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, especially knowing the fact that she was like, I'm separated from my wife. If I hear, let's stay at a hotel together, it'll be romantic, I'm like, nah, I know exactly what you're up to.
You still live with your wife, is what that means.
Yes. But she does it, and they have a great time. They had a great time, and they're getting to know each other. And, I mean, the red flags just keep coming for Joyce, because the next one, this is 3 in a row, okay? They go out to eat, and she would take out stacks of cash and lay them on the table and say, whatever you want, it's yours.
Classy.
This is a crazy thing to do. I feel like if someone did that to me, I'd go, you know what? You spend it, I'm going to go home. Okay? You can get the bill. I'm out of here. What do you think?
And I don't know if it was because Katie is from Florida, but she was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, she was.
It didn't bother her.
She has had 0 red flags so far. We've had 3. Why would you do that? It's weird, especially today. Like, oh, you're going to pay cash for this meal? You weirdo. Like,
Totally.
right? Like, you don't have a card or a bank account? I don't know.
Some people don't.
All right. So Joyce is wooing her. They dated for 2 months, and then Joyce came to visit Katie in Largo, Florida. This is where they're getting personal. Joyce kind of gets sad for a second. She has to break some news to Katie.
One of her exes went missing and was never seen again.
Yeah, and it's not Rosalyn, the separated wife. This is another woman.
Who she dated right before she got married.
Correct. So Joyce tells this story, and she gets all cryy and stuff, right? She's a little misty, and then she snaps out of it, and they go back to watching TV. Joyce goes home. Katie's like, that was a little weird. Katie goes to visit Joyce again. Joyce says, wait a minute. Okay, this is weird. This is when she says I had family in town. So that first visit was just played off like it was romantic to stay at a hotel. It was this time that there was family in town.
Okay. Weird.
Crazy. Yeah, super weird. But Katie's cool with it. Joyce is subdued. She's acting weird, and so she asks her about it, and again, this ex comes up. Been missing for 5 years.
Yeah, Katie thought by the way she's reacting, maybe this was a recent thing. But this is...
Yeah.
She went missing in 2011, and Joyce has got her head in her lap crying about it.
Yeah, in 2016. Yeah. So now that she keeps bringing it up, I think it's around the 4th time, and finally, she lets slip the name of this ex, and Katie is hearing this and clocking it and locking it away for later, because she's like, now I can really hit the goog and find out the deets.
The more I listened, I finally learned that missing ex-girlfriend's name was Shawndell.
And so she does. And what's some of the tidbits she sees online? We're seeing articles and highlights and quotes from detectives we're going to meet soon.
It says that Joyce is a suspect, a person of interest, which I'm going, you didn't need Shawndell's name in order to Google this. You know Joyce's name. And if Joyce is named in the article as a suspect or a person of interest, if you had just done a simple Google search of your girlfriend from the beginning, you would have learned all of this.
You know, you're right. I feel like this goes into why she was so cool with the double hotel and the Facebook liking. I feel like she's too naive. She doesn't.
She's not curious.
She wouldn't think for 1 second that Joyce's name would be in the articles, right? Because in her mind, it's like, oh, her ex like went on safari and never came back or something. And then she's reading this article. It's like, no. She went missing and we have one suspect. And her name is Joyce. Joyce's name is in the article. So they must be.
It's wild. I Google everybody.
I know. Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm not going on dates, but even people that I meet and I'm going to be spending time with in some way, I got to look them up.
Yeah, that's true. And, I mean, they met on Facebook, so I feel like they would also be plugged in like that. I guess you and I are just much more suspicious. She starts watching news coverage of the missing woman, and this is where we start getting sad because we see like a evening news interview with Shawndell's mom. And she is crying and despondent and literally looking out the blinds and going, I just come out here every day and look and hope that I see her coming up. And I'm like,
yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yes, very brutal.
I'm hoping and praying.
This is how Badicia McLeod tells me she spends some days, looking out the window hoping for a sign of her daughter, 35-year-old Shawndell McLeod.
And this is where we talk to the detective, the one who was quoted in that article. Now, look, this guy, is he a dingus or not? Who knows? We'll see. But I got something super nice to say about this guy at the very end of the episode. He did something that usually you and I are all over, but he phrased it in such a way, I was like, okay, I get it.
Okay, I think I know what it is.
How about that?
And
really,
I actually wanted to talk about it, so we will save that till the end.
I hope it's the same. Look, our track record is not perfect on these kind of things, so it could be two wildly different things, but here's hoping it's the same. Sunday, September 25th, 2011. That's the day that Shawndell went missing. She was a cook at like an old folks home. This is weird. They say she had never arrived, but the kitchen was unlocked with the door ajar. So methinks she got there and then was kidnapped from work.
I think that's what they implied later on.
I feel like they did imply that, but when they're talking about it in the moment, people are saying no one showed up yet.
I guess no one clocked in. She didn't make it that far.
Okay, so now the employee's getting worried about her because, again, like happens with a lot of missing people where the cops are like, maybe she just ran off. We hear that, of course, Shawndell loves her family, loves her job, is never late, right? Like, if she's not at work, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And then her family couldn't get a hold of her that night, and that's when they called the cops, right?
Yes.
And now we're back to Katie. This is interesting. When I was taking notes of this episode, I realized maybe is it weird? Because they bop around the whole ep.
They do.
Right? And they don't tell you that it's like they go from talking about the 2011 crime scene to Katie talking about dating Joyce 6 years later in the same breath.
And they show lots of photos of two people together, and it's very hard to tell which one is Joyce. Joyce is kind of a chameleon, I feel like, and it's like whoever she's pictured with in these photos, she kind of emulates them.
You're right.
So that made it even more confusing. Like, even when she's with Katie, they both have the same kind of, like, mohawk thing going on.
Yeah, but other times she's got, like, dreads, and sometimes it's blue, and sometimes it's short and cropped or whatever. You're right. Yeah. Katie is filling us in about her time with Joyce still. Joyce is telling her that Shawndell liked nice things, and they bought a house together. And Joyce is very clear. I'm the one who makes the big bucks, okay? But she has good credit, so we bought a house together in her name for the good credit. But remember those stacks of cash I showed you at Five Guys when we went out to eat that one time, right?
Five Guys.
Yep.
Listen, it was a sit-down place with a cloth, with a tablecloth, a linen tablecloth, and an actual menu.
Okay, according to their fancy pants little drawings that they do. I would have to agree.
I want to talk about those for a second.
I'm ready.
Now, I'm not an animation expert. But I really liked this style that they use.
Okay.
Because the background, like the matte paintings, are really realistic looking, and then the characters are very quickly drawn. And I kind of like that vibe.
Yeah, and they had this aesthetic in season 1, but tell me if you agree with me on this. I feel like they upped the level of animation and like rendering time this season. And now I'm like, oh, is it just AI or whatever? I don't know. Because the other season came out in 2024, but I feel like everything's more detailed now. Like they show angles of cars going in garages. Like you're saying, it's almost like it's at a photo.
Yes, a couple times I was like, is that actual video? And then they animated on top of it, but no.
Yeah, I I don't like it. I'm going to disagree with you. I like it more towards bare bones because that to me is an aesthetic choice. If it gets too realistic and crap, I feel like we're making live action Lion King or something, where it's like the point is not to make this look real with real shadows and whatever. Like it's,
okay.
I don't know. I kind of like, I'll tell you what I do love that this show does. They did the exact same thing in season 1 is how they reveal subtitles. Like they'll pop up captions for when they're interrogations, right? And the chunk of text will be there. The whole chunk of text would be there, but it would be in this light blue with almost a radial gradient, like it's a flashlight exposing the text, because as each word is said, it's like the white would be revealed so you could see it clearly, right?
Yes.
I loved this. It gives you more time to read the text because it's up there the whole time, but it's super clear of which word we're on.
That's a good point.
Cool.
Good, honey.
All right, so we're back in Shawndell and Joyce territory, and at this point, Shawndell is mad at Joyce, I think for cheating. I don't know if this is where we find it out, but Shawndell is like, Joyce, I'm done. Like she's trying to break up with her. And then Joyce begins her crazy acts. And this is by no means the craziest, but she like goes up to her friends in public, right? And asks them and says, please with them, please have Shawndell call me. Crazy, dude.
Psycho.
And so that didn't do anything because I feel like Shawndell's friends did the right thing and were like, don't make eye contact with this woman. Hopefully she'll leave my car that she's approaching. These are the kind of pop-ins she's doing, right?
It's very scary. It's situations where people can't avoid it.
Yes. Yeah. That's true, especially if you don't have your keys out and stuff. I'm mad at Joyce. She'd take advantage of that too.
You should be mad at Joyce.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So when that doesn't work, she just straight up goes into Shawndell's house, which I think she's kicked out of at this point, but she still has a key or who knows what you could tell me anything she did to get in there and I would believe it. She is resourceful and she's got people she can call to do things that we're going to talk about. She goes into Shawndell's house, empties it out. Like she steals all her shit and also steals light fixtures and like the light socket covers.
She
like
literally empties it out.
Yeah.
Everything is gone.
To take the plates that you put over the like outlets, that is such bonks behavior.
It's bonks, but also imagine if the person you were doing it to was the asshole.
Yeah.
That would be really funny. You remove everything in the house, fixtures and all. That's funny.
Yeah.
But when the person doing it is the asshole, then it's scary.
That's true. We're also hearing that like Shawndell has to like take out restraining orders. And we see it in like the description of what happened. They have a quote from Joyce and she said, someone's about to die up in this bitch.
That
right?
Definitely warrants a restraining order.
Yeah. And so we hear tapes of the detective talking with Joyce. And this is the first time we hear Joyce. And man, it's so... The detective's like, okay, so why'd you guys break up? Oh, we just both wanted something different. It wasn't working. Like the two-faced act that goes on with people who abuse their significant others. They come in the interrogation room and they're just suddenly chill and buddy and like, we broke up and I had no problem with it. I don't know why she's gone.
We were just going in different directions and it was amicable.
She just said it wasn't working anymore. And she wanted something different. I wanted something different.
The detective's asking her about Shawndell. Last time you saw her. And this is when we hear for the first time, Joyce says, Shawndell's not missing. She went back to her home country. She missed her family. Now, what are you thinking here, Kate?
That she was murdered.
Yeah, I think... So this was 2016 when she's saying this. I feel like this is the thing that used to work. For instance, think of Lady in the Barrel. Remember that prick?
Yes. Yep.
And it worked. It freaking worked. Because no internet and stuff, and states only have state stuff. But in 2016, you can very easily prove if someone went home to be with their family, even though Shawndell's mom lives in town. So what family is she going to out like in another country?
That's a great point. It made no sense.
No. And the detective's not buying it either. I think he has a funny name where it's like Detective Guest or something, or his last name is a word that is other things when it's not a name. Smart, dude. Smart. Okay. So the detective's trying to get alibis from her, and she's going, oh, I was at home with my wife. Like, we were at home all day. There's absolutely we were just watching TV. Okay. And then, do you remember how they busted that alibi? It had, I need to get Techspert Kate out here because it might be cell phone related. Do you remember what happened?
They found her position based on where her cell phone was pinging?
Yeah, her cell phone was out of network.
Ah, yes.
It's like, not only is it not attached to another tower, it's out of network, which means you were in the boonies somewhere, lady.
Burying a body.
Yeah. Now, the detective's pumped, though, because now this is a false report. He can arrest her. And damn it, he even admits Joyce was good because he was really hoping that she would do what all dummies do in there, is talk their little tushes off on the phone and telling deets, right? He was like, but she didn't say a word. I had to let her go, darn it.
They had nothing concrete.
My thing was, eventually she's going to talk, but the lady was good. She said nothing.
Katie would ask about Shawndell because she is curious and getting scared at this point. And she would ask too many times, and Joyce's response would be, what, are you the cops? Again, I don't like any of this.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, I don't like any of it. But I get one thing. Katie mentions that she has a daughter at the very beginning of the episode. We don't talk or see anything about her again.
No mention of her whatsoever during all of this.
Yeah. Because I want to give Katie credit in that Joyce does something that a lot of abusers do where they go, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to kill your mom. I'm going to kill your family.
Right.
Like, that's like the guarantee. Then they'll do whatever they say, I think.
I just kind of let it go. I didn't want to cause any problems.
Katie's up in Atlanta again, having family dinner with Joyce, so we're making progress. We're in a house that someone owns.
She doesn't have to be at the hotel anymore. She can be in a home.
Yeah, and her family is at the table, and Joyce gets in a little tiff with like a cousin or something, right? Tell us about this fight.
Joyce gets into a fight with a family member. They're arguing. She storms off, and this family member pulls Katie aside and is like, girl, run. Not who she says she is, and she is scary.
Yeah. And Katie's dumbfounded by this, obviously, because she doesn't know this side of Joyce. That must have felt so good of the family member to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such a good F you to your relative. Like, oh, really? I'm going to bust your game up because I know you're dating 8 people right now.
And she even says she is still with her wife.
You're right. That's a great point, Kate.
Family member stood up and looked at me to let me know Joyce is a fraud and a phony and she uses people.
That was like the bomb drop that the family member had. It was like, oh, also, she's still married. I don't know this separated business she's telling you.
They're not separated.
They're together. Yeah. And so Katie's like, what? And this was super irritating. Katie would ask Joyce about this because she heard all these accusations. And all Joyce would say is, think what you want, Katie.
Not helpful, Joyce. Not helpful.
No, and so irritating. It's because Joyce is a bully. She can say these kinds of sentences and know that it's not going to be pressed further. And that makes me hate Joyce a little more each time. Mm-hmm. Like, if this happened to anybody, it's like, well, no matter what happens, if we break up or stay together, we're going to resolve this conflict. And Joyce was like, nah, I'm not even going to discuss it. So don't you have to go back to Florida? Now is when we are introduced to Erica Lewis, sister to Rosalyn. Erica's on our side. She hates Joyce's friggin' guts.
Hated her from the beginning. Didn't even want her sister to marry her. The whole family, they ended up embracing her because they were married, but they didn't like her from the jump.
They didn't, and this is a thing where Erica's talking about how Rosalyn would be like, no, you just got to get to know her. You just got to get to know her. Then they get married, and we see their wedding photos a few times, maybe flipped a few times. Maybe it's the same photo flipped. They're on the other side. I don't know what's going on. But after they're married, Rosalyn is upset and talks to Erica about how Joyce was cheating on her constantly. Mm-hmm. And I was going to be, Rosalyn, where's this nice person that you married that I'm supposed to meet someday? Because this person sucks.
Uh-huh.
So now Katie's stories are getting a little scarier. Let's talk about the shower, or what happens outside the shower. Katie tells Joyce, I'm going to the store. I'll be right back.
Joyce gets out of the shower, completely naked, runs down the hall after Katie, grabs her, slams her up against the wall, grabs her by the neck, starts choking her, and says, you don't go anywhere unless I tell you that you can.
And
then she grabs a kitchen knife and puts it to her throat and threatens to kill her, but then kind of snaps out of it and laughs like it was just a joke. And Katie is like, this is a very smart move on her part. She acts completely unfazed. She's terrified, but she doesn't show it because she wants, I think, as like self-preservation move, she wants Joyce to think that she also thinks or understands that it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I know, babe.
Yeah. We're just goofing. We're just having fun.
Just goofing, I know.
It was just a goof.
You're right. I do want to shout out Katie for that. It was a good move to play along, because we're going to find out the second someone doesn't play along, the second someone flies to another state with divorce papers and Joyce doesn't want to sign them, I mean, she flies off the handle. So Katie, this was smart.
Yes, very smart.
Then one night, Joyce turns to Katie. Well, they're watching TV. They're on the couch, right? And Joyce is like, "Oh, I got to tell you something, okay? I killed Shawndell." She just straight up spills, right?
And Katie, again, plays it cool.
Yeah, and
she's not like, "Oh my God, we have to tell someone," or "Why would you do that?" She's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then kind of just asks like questions about being interested more than like almost like supportive questions to keep things calm, I think.
Yeah. And Joyce keeps her cool this whole convo, but we're going to tell you what she said, and each thing she says, my jaw drops a little further in both cruelty and how things can happen like this. But she gives deets, and she's like, "So I hired a guy to kidnap her. He took her out to deep in the Georgia woods. I showed up with a backhoe somehow. Like, we had a pre-dug hole, and Shawndell was standing on the edge of it. I tased her. She fell in, and I buried her ass alive."
Buried alive.
There's no doubt.
Unnecessary.
There's no doubt she was alive.
Absolutely.
One tase?
Yeah, that's unnecessary. You could have easily killed her instantly, painlessly, and put her in that ditch. The extra level of cruelty by burying her alive, that's psychotic.
Yeah, I can't believe the confidence in this woman to do things like hiring a third party to be the muscle. That's always trouble. The renting of a goddamn backhoe.
There's that.
How did they rent it, and how did they get it to the deep Georgia woods? How?
I don't know. Someone must have had a truck. Whoever she hired to be the muscle probably had a truck.
I can't believe I can't believe none of these helped them find where the body was, spoiler, and that she was never caught for any of these things. I don't understand.
How many murders do we talk about where one little thing unravels it so easily, and this had all the makings of like a pretty flimsy murder plot.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really anything linking her to it.
No, in 2011, like, is that...
No, there's security camera footage. There's points of sale. There's, like you said, a third person involved. It's wild.
Yeah. And I can't believe that neither Joyce or this third party, neither of them flip on each other when they're in trouble for things. Neither of them. Why are they? Who? Why?
What does she have on this guy to make him keep his mouth shut?
And we didn't even there was a point where this dude just had Shawndell. Like, she might have spent hours in a room somewhere with her hands tied. Remember? Mm-hmm. Like, there was a kidnapping straight up before they went out to the woods. Oh, this is horrifying. So she drops all this info, ends it with the buried her alive bit, and then back to TV. Back from commercial.
Anyway.
Right? Yeah.
What you do after that?
Watch TV.
Did you go out anytime?
Nope.
What do you think they were watching?
What year was it?
2011.
2011. Modern Family.
Okay, my guess. Love it or list it.
Love it or list it.
They're watching reality shows. They're absolutely watching reality shows, I think. I think that's a guarantee.
Okay.
Hey, nothing wrong with Modern Family in 2011 was still great.
That was the heyday.
It was still a very good show. Yeah. Katie was too scared to tell the police, but she tries to distance herself from Joyce without letting Joyce know that she's distancing herself. And I guess it works.
Yeah,
right?
Because Joyce is starting to kind of move on.
Until she wants, there are points in this where I'm thinking, well, Joyce is done with Katie. Wait, no, she's not. Because Joyce must just get off on the juggling of relationships. Because every time one ends, she's trying to save it while she's still in another one. I just be focus on the one for a little bit.
Just do one at a time.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay, so she's scared and she's living with this day to day. She doesn't want any harm to come to her family or kid or anything. And then all of a sudden her mom calls and says, a detective guest called me up. He wants to talk to you. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. So now Katie's well, now I gotta talk about it. She goes in. This is August of 2018. Katie gets called in. And we hear the call, don't we? We hear the convo.
Yep.
And what's Katie telling him?
She tells him everything that Joyce told her about driving out to the boonies, burying her alive, the reasoning behind it, all of it.
Yeah.
Everything she knows.
And I thought was kind of funny. I forgot to mention this part. Is the first thing was the detective called her and just asked, before they met up, first he asked a question on the phone, and the question was, hey, you don't have any info about this possible missing person, do you? And Katie was like, oh, I do. I've got the deets, bro. Yeah.
You should come on down.
Buy that ticket, my man. Okay, don't put it off. We got to talk. She tells him the scoop.
What did she say?
She said, I knocked off my ex-girlfriend, Shawndell.
What do you think this detective asked Katie to do? What is it that they're always asked to do in this scenario?
Wear a wire.
Yeah.
Or record a conversation you have with her.
Yeah.
Just put herself in danger.
Yes. Yeah, this is the one reason why I don't blame people for not wanting to call in like an attempted murder or anything, because it's like, okay, good, wear this wire and try and do it again. Now Katie was smart. She busted out an old phone, right, and recorded her new phone on speakerphone.
Yeah.
And their conversation was weird too, right?
It was like,
because Joyce is like, I'm gonna go underground.
It was like half coded.
Yeah.
She wouldn't come out and say it fully, but she would say things like, I'd get away with it because I'd just go underground. You go underground? Yes. Yeah. Underground.
Forever.
For
life.
You said if you killed her, you wish you could go underground?
Yeah, underground. That mean you lay low forever. You don't do shit.
For the rest of your life.
Okay, so detective's like, all right, stay away, but keep in contact, and recorder calls if you can. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, that doesn't give any evidence or anything. It doesn't allow us to arrest her, but thanks for doing that. Thanks for living through that trauma. Katie gets a call from Joyce, and Katie must be really tricking her that she's on board with this murder stuff, because Joyce is like, listen, girl, I'm going to New Orleans. Okay, I got something I gotta take care of. She's telling her ex she's gonna go
murder Rosalyn,
because Rosalyn had moved to New Orleans recently, and Katie knew this. So Katie's like, oh my God, Rosalyn's gonna die. And this I friggin' loved. What does Katie do?
She tries to warn Rosalyn.
No, she straight up does. Reaches out to her on Facebook, and they hit it off. She was like, I thought she'd be pissed at me because I'm the other woman. But they both got together and stuff.
They've both gotten played. They know that this isn't about the other. This is about Joyce. And also, I think Katie said, she and Joyce weren't together anymore either. So it's not like the woman that Joyce is actively cheating on Rosalyn with is contacting her. It's like we are both banished exes. So there was a camaraderie there. And Katie warns her, I think she's coming down there. You got to be ready. And Rosalyn's like, thank you.
I'm off to the police. That's what she does. I like this decision. And this was cool. We see body cam footage of Rosalyn reporting it.
It's cool, but also devastating.
Yeah.
We see her walk in. She walks right up to the counter and she's like, my wife is on her way here to kill me. Help.
Yes. Now, if we can pause.
And do they help?
Well, no, they don't. I guess. No. Oh, but you know what? You know what, though? Here's their defense. Rosalyn goes in there and says, I got this call from this woman, this ex, that says my ex is going to come kill me. And then I went to my parents' house and I saw the back of her head in a car and I raced over here. And yes, I know what the back of her head looks like. We've been married for 14 years, which I thought was a good move. Like, don't come at me with it was because you didn't see your face. I know every inch of that woman's body.
Also, she probably knows her car.
Yes, that too. And so nothing happens that weekend. And she thinks it's because she did actually have family over. And it scared Joyce away.
Yeah.
So maybe cops did camp out or something. I guess I don't really know.
Yeah, we didn't hear that.
Yeah. So this was a close call. We talked to Sister Erica, and she is just talking up how Joyce sucks so bad, and they're trying to break up, and Rosalyn just wanted a damn divorce, wanted to kick her out of the house, and was cut her off paying utilities. Because guess what? Rosalyn was making the money.
It's always so strange in these circumstances because it doesn't really seem like Joyce wanted them to still be together either.
Yeah.
So why is she so pissed when these exes are exes? It's half her idea anyway. And yet she's angry about it. And this is such a classic move by narcissists where it's like, if I can't have you, nobody will. But I don't understand the mentality. You don't want to be with them either.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. So actually, this detective, he does say he is planting a seed here where it's like, why is he being so adamant about this? And you're going to find out momentarily. But he's like, I told her that she was next. And she was very closed off and would not give me any information about Joyce and stuff. And I'm like, why is he mentioning that?
She told me nothing about Shawndell McLeod's case, Joyce's involvement in that. She said nothing. I told Roz she need to be careful because she's going to be coming after you next.
She was cagey with the detective, didn't tell him anything. This is when Joyce calls Katie and says, never call me again. I'm going back to my wife. This is like what you're talking about, where she'll make calls of like, never call me again. I'm reuniting or whatever.
And then Katie's like, okay, I won't. And then it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Imagine the little silent dance Katie did on the other end of that phone call when Joyce is like, I'm sorry, hon, but we're through. And Katie was probably like, So as Joyce calls Katie and says, I'm going back to my wife. At that same time, Rosalyn is saying to her sister, Erica, that we talked to, I'm just going to straight up fly to Atlanta and force her to sign these divorce papers. And Sister Erica is like, no, don't. Like, we've already dealt with her wanting to murder you. Maybe do not do this. And she's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Nope.
And this Erica starts crying. It's like, we know what's going to happen now. Why wouldn't she, like, let her sister come with her or something?
Have one of their male relatives come.
Yeah.
Or multiple ones.
Yeah. Or I feel like she didn't have to go alone, I don't think.
No.
Right?
Especially to a place where it's not quite in public. They could have met outside in a park or like a busy square, but instead it's a motel.
Yeah, it's this is December 10th, 2018. We heard a 911 call of just another person standing there being like, okay, I hear a stabbing happening right now. Please come over.
There's a lot of screaming and yelling, and I think someone's stabbed. Can you please hurry?
Yeah.
Somebody's screaming and hollering. I think there's a stabbing.
And we see the security footage of Rosalyn going up to a motel room door, it opening, Joyce letting her in, and then this is the rough part, is you see there's a scuffle going on in there, and the blinds kind of open like somebody was trying to look out or yell out, and then they close and settle, and then moments later, Joyce walks out alone, barefoot, and kind of boogies to her car. I mean, she definitely peels out of there. You hear the peel.
She peels.
In the footage.
And I also feel like you can kind of see blood on her.
She dips out of there. She's on the run. We're hearing body cam footage of this EMT asking Rosalyn, who was stabbed, 36 times, right? Like it's an obscene amount. And she's like, who did this to you? And we hear it. We hear Rosalyn going, Joyce.
She says her full name.
Pelzer.
And they're like, who is Joyce? And she's like, my wife.
Yeah.
And then you hear the EMT go, oh, your wife. Like, that's brutal.
Yeah, you're having a bad day.
Who did this? Who? Joyce? Okay. Do you know Joyce's last name? Pelzer?
So now the cops are in a full-on car chase with Joyce. And now I've seen a lot of shows recently where MFers have ran away from the cops and successfully got away. I feel like we might have talked about one of them, but I feel like I've seen 3 in the last few weeks where it's just like, we lost them, which seems impossible. But I got to give a high five to this cop who does a thing called pit maneuver. And we see it, don't we? We see its dash cam, and it's like the cop car bumps Joyce's car in a way that it straight up spins, does a 180, taps the wall, and is like stationary. It was like the safest way to wreck somebody I've ever seen.
Well, a pit maneuver is typically the safest way that they do it. However, I've seen them go very wrong. Like one time I saw a cop do a pit maneuver on a pregnant woman driving, and the car flipped.
No.
And she was able to sue.
Good.
And he was only trying to pull her over, but she was trying to get to a place where she could pull over safely. And he was just impatient and did the pit maneuver on her.
And he probably got like 1 week suspended, but with pay.
With pay.
Yeah. So now Joyce is in this car. We're seeing the dash footage because she's surrounded by cops. Cops all have guns on her. And this is where I got super worried, especially after that nabes that we did with the Canadian dude, the mass murderer guy. The cops surrounded him and like cleaned him out. He was not living, riddled with bullets. So I'm going, please don't kill this lady. I want her to go to prison. And Joyce also has a gun, pulls up like she's going to point at these cops. So these cops, I mean, they couldn't do this fast enough. This is what they live for,
They
right? Open fire.
Open fire on her, but
Let it rip.
she does live.
Okay, but wait. We got to roast the out of these cops. They are not 20 feet away from this car, okay? And I rewatched it, and I counted how many bullets were shot, okay? There were 15 shots fired.
They began to open fire on the vehicle.
One of those 15 hit her in her neck, but not enough to kill her. Guys, what? I mean, how close were they, Kate? Someone sitting in the front of a car.
They were close.
15 shots, and only one hit her neck.
And there were like 4 cop cars around her.
Yes, this is so embarrassing for them, and I like it, but because again, I'm glad she lived. And even the detective was like, she has 9 lives.
When she didn't die from that incident, it's like the lady had 9 lives.
And I wanted to go, yeah, or your deputies suck.
You're all just really bad shots.
Yeah, you guys got to get back to the range, dude. They kept firing too, and I was like, great, here we go. She's just going to be like a bloody mess. Nope, she's fine.
What we're going to do is going to be questioning you about Shawndell McLeod being missing.
She is wheelchair bound when the detective talks to her in the interrogation room, though,
And-
according to their like drawing.
And her throat, having been shot, her voice is very, what's the word? Raspy?
Yep.
Only thing I can pretty much remember from that is that I ended up leaving the household with a second party.
Who's the second party?
Rosalyn Lewis.
Katie gets a text from the detective. Roz is dead. Joyce is in custody. I'll be in touch. Man, I feel for Katie in this moment. Like, I want to know how many hours passed before he was in touch, because I wouldn't be able to do anything else.
No. And obviously she's relieved because Joyce was absolutely on her way down to Florida. They were tracking her phone, and it was pinging all the way down. She was close.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she warned Rosalyn, and it didn't work.
So you think Joyce was going to kill Katie, so why did she say never contact me again? This is just her loopiness? This is why she's cuckoo bananas?
Yeah, she's psychotic.
Wow. Oh, yeah. But I absolutely...
She knew she had to go down there and kill Katie because Katie knew everything.
Yeah. So while Joyce is being interrogated, she does offer a little bit of explanation. And for her, what she has to say is, Rosalyn killed Shawndell. In 2011, Roz was like, I got to go take care of something. And Roz did it. And this is exactly what Joyce had told Katie she was going to do. She was like, I'm going to blame this on Roz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And once again, the cops are not buying it.
No, not at all. Yeah, and it's so, when she's telling the story, but like she's the person on the outside, right? She's like, then Roz said that they tased her and she just fell in and then they put the dirt on her. Yeah, because she says that Roz called and said, it's handled.
Roz cursed me out. And she said it was handled.
They confirm what park her body is in. Cops look, don't find anything. This is to this day, I mean, no body's been found.
No, and they'll never find it because it was so long ago in such a remote area.
This is deep woods.
And it probably doesn't look like something was dug.
No, that's why I'm so irritated that the backhoe is not giving us anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why it was able to be buried so that animals didn't get to it. Like they went more than 6 feet, I bet, right? Like it's probably 10 feet down or something.
Oh yeah.
And so like that, you don't smell, animals can't get to it. It's like too perfect, really. Ugh. Okay. So now it's time for her trial. She has 2 trials. The first one is for murdering Rosalyn. And we're hearing from Erica, the sister, and it's like Joyce didn't look at the family. She didn't say anything. They asked her if she wanted to say anything. She didn't say a word. Hate this. Friggin' hate this. She's found guilty of murdering her, gets life with the possibility of parole.
Yes.
At this point. This is the first trial. And I'm going, say what? Why? This is the person I don't... This is like... I don't think all prisoners should stay in prison forever. But I'm legit scared of this lady. I don't think she's safe if she's out in public.
She is terrifying.
Yeah. So she has parole, supposedly. So now... But here's the best part. We don't have a body on the Shawndell case. The detective, of course, classic. With no body, it's very hard to charge murder. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen very often, but it does. And the detective goes to the prosecutor and says, okay, no body, but we've got a witness. We've got the ex, Katie, who is willing to testify that Joyce told her she did it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so stoked. So Katie goes in there, breaks down, crying, gets the story out. Joyce doesn't flinch, doesn't give it at all.
Doesn't look at her, doesn't even care.
But she's found guilty, and finally, these dopes got it right, without parole. She's got life, prison forever. Woo! Now is the interesting part, Kate. We're talking to Detective Guest, and he's just talking about how hard he worked on the case and why he worked on it. Is this what you want to talk about? Is this the...
Yes.
Okay, I want to hear you say it.
I want to add a new list item.
Ooh, okay.
Anytime someone says, I have a daughter.
It's about time that made a list. Because that happens so much.
This case is important to me because I'm a father myself. I have daughters.
That's funny, because that's the part I'm talking about. However...
You don't mind it here.
The way he worded it, I felt like I could relate to it, and it wasn't just the point blank, I have a daughter, so I know how much it would hurt if she died kind of thing. That's what we hate so much. He phrases it like, I have a daughter, and I wanted to give the same amount of energy to this case as I would expect someone else to give to the case if my daughter went missing.
I would want somebody to work it the same way that I worked it.
See, you phrase it like that, and I'm not annoyed over here. I'm going, I totally get it. It's just like, I'm working as hard on this as I would want and expect other people to work on cases.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah.
So I'm like, detective. All right. Anyway, that didn't piss me off. I couldn't believe that I turned on that. I was so like, whoa, Kurt, you're growing, is what I said.
I am really getting it.
All right. I think it's time for those lists.
Kate's unnamed list. Well, Katie lives in Florida.
Hell yeah.
And while it doesn't help solve the case, we do see Joyce's getaway car. It is
What was it?
a Nissan Altima.
Okay.
And I am adding, but I have a daughter.
Yeah. Boom. That's good.
And I should have added it a very long time ago.
Yeah. I'm kind of shocked neither of us has ever added that, because that's something that we've been talking about because it gets said so often.
Yeah.
On to Kurt's Kick-Ass List.
Kick-ass list.
Another tough round for K-Mun, okay? In her alibi, Joyce says we were watching TV.
Watch TV.
That's barely making the list.
Barely.
That's barely freaking making it, dude. And you think that's embarrassing? Wait for this next one and my last one. The detective said it was like the lady had 9 lives. And she was either saying that Joyce is unkillable and she has 9 lives to live and she's very lucky, or he was implying that she had a copy of the Kevin Spacey talking cat movie 9 Lives on her person.
Kurt.
And that would be a list item if that was it. And there's no way to prove it.
No.
No?
That sometimes the list items are a stretch. That is offensively stretched.
It is.
Wait a minute. I'm a cat.
Look, I'm desperate, Kate. It was 2 eps in a row where I've had weak nothing stuff.
That's okay.
So this is what happens. I get desperate.
Sometimes Kate's unnamed list is weak.
Yeah, all right. Well, okay. Well, I guess that didn't count. I'm counting the TV one, but it's weak AF. And that's going to bring us to the end here. But I liked this, right? They're about an hour long. There's 4 a season. Mm-hmm. I think they're all worth watching. And
they make you never want to date or have a roommate ever again.
Oh, my God. Yes. The roommate thing is a special... I'm just thinking about squatting rules. It's crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, glad that I live alone in an abandoned house with my dog.
And no windows.
And no friggin' windows. And on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline.
It was too